We were genuinely very disheartened. There is nobody who is going to be ready to listen to your excuses. Your problems are your problems. Hi everybody, good evening, namaskar. Just wanted to have a small bit of conversation with you, which is purely going to be a heart to heart talk. Very recently, I had uploaded a video on my channel, and quite contrary to our own expectations, it was viewed by very less number of people, including myself and all the members in my team. There was a great sense of disbelief as well as disappointment. We cannot ignore that. We will not be true if we don't agree to the fact that we were genuinely very disheartened. On one hand, we just tried to find out what went wrong. When things were going really good, when we were getting the love and support and the blessings of all our viewers, the people who are working at the back end, headed by Madhav, they're working equally hard. When I was preparing the content, then I thought that some part of the credit can be given to the Almighty for giving me the voice which a lot of people appreciate, and I'm being very kindful for that. But what exactly went wrong? Slight introspection on our part helped us understand that at times we might be having all the resources, but the fundamental thing which may be lacking is that we may not be utilizing these resources optimally. So I am there in front of you, the same individual who was preparing the content earlier as well. By God's grace, the same voice, the same face, maybe some bit of more grey hair. The backend team remains the same, the creative team remains the same. Practically nothing in the team changes. But what has changed? Two things which changed. One, because of certain personal reasons, I was not able to create any content for a long duration of time. Second, we were not consistent with the number of videos which are coming out on the channel, to an extent that in the last 3 or 4 months, perhaps there was only one video every fortnight, or perhaps just one video in a month. Can we learn something of this by extrapolating the same piece of information in our lives as students? A lot of times when we are preparing for the exams, things might not go your way in the grand tests or in the subject-wise tests. But something which was very basic, something which was applicable at the time when I was preparing for an exam is very much applicable today also. Two important things. One, we are either underutilizing our own efforts in terms of putting in less than what we can. Second, at times we are able to extract the number of hours on a particular day for our academics, for the pursuit of our goal. But what we lack at times is the discipline to do it on a regular basis, which means we are inconsistent. Just as with respect to the growth of a channel, with respect to the number of followers, the number of subscribers, number of viewers, the YouTube algorithm is going to be giving you a realistic check. The grand tests or the tests that you are appearing in are also going to be giving you a reality check. One way of looking at the reduced score in a grand test is that the questions were too tough. But think practically. Were the questions not too tough for everybody who appeared in the exam? Why was it that you scored a certain percentile or you scored a certain rank and there were people who did perform better than you? Reason number one, perhaps they had put in more hours of effort. They prepared well for a particular subject. They prepared well for the particular test. And second, which is very important so far as our stream is concerned, our preparation is concerned, our goal is concerned, one day of your effort is not going to translate into a magnanimous success. We have to ensure consistency and discipline on our part to put in the designated number of hours on a regular basis. So combining the effort put in and combining the fact that a regular effort has been put in, this is what is going to ensure success or better results for you any fine day. Wherever you are appearing in a grand test, if you find that you have scored less than what you expected, please do not get into a state of disbelief or disappointment or in a state of anguish. The way I look at it, exactly learning from my own example, and this is something which is very basic, it comes back to me in some way or the other, every which way, right? This is that we need to put in more efforts. We have to be very consistent and acknowledging the fact that in spite of having some of the best resources at our disposal, we may not be utilizing them optimally. So that optimal utilization is going to take place and is going to give us the desired results if only these two things are going to be taken care of. Another thing, a lot of times there are certain people who are above us, maybe in the social ladder, maybe in their financial success, maybe in the way that they conduct themselves. So we look up to these people as mentors. We at times think that the success of these people is a God-given gift to them. What we often tend to forget is that these people, in spite of achieving that success, have to work equally hard. They have to be equally consistent. They have to be equally disciplined. That is the only important method by which they are able to maintain their position at which they are. You cannot take your success for granted. Just to cite an example for you as a student, you are the same individual who perhaps would have scored very intelligently, and by God's grace and with the blessings of your family, you would have done really well in your class 10th exams, class 11th exams, class 12th exams. Perhaps you did well, that's the reason why you're sitting in a medical school today. But look at you now. Are you putting in the same level of effort? Are you having the same intensity of focus which was present in you when you were preparing for the PMT exam, which was present in you few days prior to your professional exam? Same individual, same situation, but absence of certain good traits that you possessed at a particular point of time might be a very important reason for you not getting the desired results. Anything for that matter, be it terms of grand test, be it terms of the YouTube algorithm, be it terms of anything which keeps a check on us. One way of looking at it is, it gives us disappointment at times. But trust me, that disappointment can be a temporary phenomenon. No matter what is the intensity of the darkness, you just need one light to just wish it away. There is nobody who is going to be ready to listen to your excuses. In fact, for majority of the people, your problems are your problems. It doesn't matter to them. Life doesn't work in a way where things are going to become more sympathetic towards you. Somebody is going to be giving you more marks just because you are facing some personal issues. Personal issues are called personal because they are very much personal to you. So it is you who have to overcome these personal obstacles. At the end of the day, what is going to matter is, in spite of those obstacles, how much were you able to put in as an effort? How consistent were you in dedicating yourself? How disciplined were you in having your determined focus? Think about what went wrong in an unemotional way, in a logistic manner, in a more rational manner. We would be able to identify certain factors which are very much within our reach. And as I personally believe, being positive and being optimistic is something which costs nothing. No matter what is going to be the intensity of the bad phase. Life has never been a straight line for any of us, or for that matter, people who have been great achievers as well. It is always going to be a kind of a wave-like pattern. There are going to be days when you are going to be getting much more than what you expected. There are also going to be days when you are not going to be getting even what you perhaps deserved. But that's life. So overcoming all the issues that you might be having at your personal level, what we have to remember is that we are going to be overcoming this both at a mental level, at a physical level, in putting in our efforts in the right direction, trying to be as consistent and disciplined as possible. And as they say, it's at times easy to dodge your responsibilities, but you have to also bear in mind that you have to take care of the consequences of dodging your responsibilities. Listen to that again. If you're able to get the meaning, and if you're able to motivate yourself to stay positive, to stay on the path, I'm sure great results are waiting for all of us at every level. As always, do take very good care of your health. My best wishes.